Hi, in this video I want to talk about character again, choosing your character, realizing that you can't choose your character, choose a decision you make necessarily. You're part of the process of the character creation, but choosing your character, how these things build up and all sorts of things like that can only be controlled by so many processes. The processes obviously are part of the mechanism of moving forward. Determinism obviously being a part of the every singular interaction that you have, and the reaction that you have. The character is just a vague label that you apply to the interactions and reactions that you have and how you react and all the things around you react. But since you're part of the game as a whole, there's only so much character you can build because realizing that the character is only you and the individual reaction that you have based on these things that function as a body, as a being that create you, who you are, and how you react, based on only so much circumstance, and the particular character that creates your brain and all the things that you have and how you react. Anyway, so yes, the basic character is something that you only have so much control over. You can't do anything about the creation of your character except um, particular inclinations you may have. But those inclinations are all part of the mechanism that's causing us to obviously move forward. So yeah, the character, choosing who you are as a character, choose your character. Obviously, we can make the decisions. Obviously, obviously, you can make your decisions only so much. The decisions you make do have a particular component of your character. Obviously, they can affect you and the interactions that you have. They're part of they come from you as interactions, and the interactions therefore have a equal and opposite, no, equal and opposite, but they have a reaction that comes back at you, and you react a certain way. And that reaction is also part of the thing that creates your fundamental aspects of your character that create underlying mechanisms that cause you to react certain ways, generally speaking, and how that can affect you on its own in and of itself, and can cause future interactions that further affect your character as well. Like I've mentioned, your character is built up by all the experiences that you have, having character, choosing the amount of character you have, how much experience that you have that gives you your character and how that can affect um, further interaction. Obviously, character is based on a lot of things: time, duration, how long you've lived, how much you've um, lived through, and that character and that ability to be a person and have a particular opinion. Obviously, choosing your character only so much. Your character can be the way that you reach a conclusion, because a conclusion is usually based on the logic that we have to understand it exists in the world. So any kind of character that involves lying to yourself or being dishonest is a character that only gets in the way, like the character of suffering from some kind of illness. It's unnecessary, but it's part of the existence. Just because it's not right doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but that doesn't mean it should happen. It means we should try to eliminate it. But the general thing is to eliminate it all from the beginning, and just to eliminate the roots of the issue. And the roots of the issue, obviously, are life, and eliminating the problem itself, because everything comes into conflict and it can't be solved. It can't be, it's not a riddle that can be solved. It's a riddle without a punchline or an answer. It's a joke without a punchline, a riddle without an answer. At least not the right answer. There's no right answer. You're just going to give an answer, and the answer is going to always be wrong. Just because there's no answer doesn't mean there's an answer open for interpretation. It's not just whatever answer you want to give it. It's just a no answer, an unsolvable riddle, or a joke without a punchline, whatever it may be, a joke without an answer itself. So a lot of these things can't be answered um, reasonably. So yes, choosing your character, obviously your character is built up through a bunch of events and stuff, so on and so forth. But this character is kind of pointless because it's just building up for no good reason in the end to solve issues that we didn't have to begin with. So this character doesn't mean much, and it takes the effort of going through adversity to build up a lot of character, only to solve issues more with a character that you already have, with no future um, hopes of improving much except more improvements and changing what you hope to expect to be something better. Um, so I mean, really, choosing your character, choosing what you want to be, choosing how you want to exist in the world. Obviously, all these things are contingent upon a lot of interaction and reaction. All this inner reaction that we have between individuals can obviously be important. So I don't really know what else to say on this subject. This might be a short video, which is always nice. So choose your character. I mean, I don't feel like I covered the idea as much as I want. I need to be a little more exact in my notes because my notes only have one sentence. I need to be a little more exact in my notes. Otherwise, I'm not going to get the point down and I'm just going to forget exactly what I was trying to hit. But I think that's the basic idea, looking at it from a slightly different perspective every time. That's the basic point because I've covered all the subjects. It's a matter of trying to look at it from a different point of view to convince the people that don't necessarily understand where they're coming from, or try to convince the people that are in the wrong of the right side or the right reason to believe something, or it's because you do it, believe it doesn't mean it's for the right reason. Right reason is more important, just as important as the thing that you're believing. Regardless, it's best to believe the right thing for the right reason. It's best to get the right thing, even for the wrong reason, but the right thing for the wrong reason, obviously, because the wrong reason could lead you to another way, make it so you can be easily convinced out of the right reason. So either way, anyway, that's all I want to say. So thank you. Until next time. Bye.